Renters, this is for you. I had a conversation with a client over the weekend. They got pre-approved. We were setting up the search criteria, all that type of fun stuff, and they had mentioned to me that they were shocked that the cost of their mortgage was cheaper than their rent. And I guess it kind of caught me off guard because I didn't really think that people didn't understand that. You have to think, when somebody is renting out a home or apartment or whatever the case is, they are charging you enough money that they are covering the mortgage, they are covering the property taxes, they are covering the insurance, they are covering the management fee, they are covering the maintenance on the property. And then they have to turn a profit. Otherwise, that's really not worth them doing it. And most people try to get a 7 or 8% minimum cap rate. So yes, your mortgage is going to be cheaper than your rent if you compare apples to apples. So if you are renting a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1,000 square foot property, and you look for a very similar property in the very similar neighborhood, your mortgage is going to be cheaper than your rent. I don't care if you're spending $30,000 a month or if you're spending $1,200 a month. It's just, this is a business. This is how they make money. And I guess I didn't realize people don't look at things like that. So I just wanted to share this because there are options out there for you. If you need down payment assistance, as long as you qualify for it, there is grant programs out there. There is USDA programs out there, which is a zero down program. You are going to have to spend, I think it's $1,000, $1,500, something like that, which is pretty much going to be covered under your earnest money. It's going to be covered under your inspections, those types of things. So there's not really going to be a lot of extra money coming out of your pocket for those types of that type of a scenario. Or you can get, funding you can do financing as little as 3.5% to 5% down. There's a lot of different options out there. I can put you in touch with a couple of my lenders. We can see what we can do to help you out with this. Again, a lot of this is going to be income based, but there are options out there for you. Again, I don't care if you pay $1,200 a month or if you pay $30,000 a month. Owning a home is going to be cheaper than renting a home. Now, you are going to have some additional aggravation, stress if something breaks. You're going to have to figure out how to get it fixed, like pay for it or do it yourself or hire, whatever the case is. But I wouldn't think things would break on a real regular basis. And then you have I keep bringing this up on different videos, but you have the equity aspect of it. So you have a minimum historically of a 4% return on your investment every year. I'm going through some of these reports and things, and we're seeing 20% gains in home values for the short term. Over the course of a year, a couple of years, you can't make money in the stock market that quickly. Well, most of us can't. But there's, again, rentals. You're paying their mortgage. You're paying all their expenses. They're making a profit. Plus, they're getting the equity in the home when they go to sell the property. So it's really a win-win-win for them. And you guys are spending the money with nothing to show for it. You want some help? Reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you. In my opinion, fulfill the American dream, and that's home ownership. We'll talk soon.